Talking of age, or the subject of age, Nina,
Yeah.
that is something that always comes up when they're talking about you. You winning a professional world title at the age of, you were 40, were you not?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, listen, just for people tuning in, you won the WBA title in your 5th professional fight against Jamie Mitchell. Then you retained it against Katie Healy last year.
Yep.
I know that people are kind of like, they don't really want to fight you. You're quite relentless. You're ferocious. You've always been an aggressive little so-and-so. Talk to me about that whole kind of journey from winning that world title, because you've kind of sort of disappeared a little bit. So what's been happening? You've got a new promotional deal. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so obviously I won the world title. I was hoping for a busy year, signed with Matchroom. Yeah, thought everything was going to go really well. Obviously, I was matched with Shannon Courtney originally for my first world title defence. She pulled out a few weeks before, had a late replacement in Katie Healy. And then, yeah, won that and was just hoping to end the year busy. The thing is, people don't realise promoters only want the big fights. The big fights that they wanted to promote and see was Shannon Courtney and Ebanie Bridges. Ebanie Bridges didn't want to know, and then Shannon Courtney asked for the fight and was offered 2 other fight dates and turned them both down. So I was just left there waiting for the fight because that's the fight they wanted. I wasn't obviously given any other options. They don't want to promote you to fight the mandatory because it's someone that's unheard of. People thought I couldn't get an opponent, so I was getting called out left, right and centre. And I was like, it's not about not having an opponent. Everyone wants to fight for a world title. There's a lot of opponents, but it's getting an opponent that the promoters are willing to pay to put you on the telly. That's what people don't realise. So I couldn't get the fights that the promoters wanted. So I was just left to be really inactive, obviously, frustrated. But yeah, changed teams, changed manager, signed a long-term deal with Lou DeBella, who's got me my next fight in Australia, my world title defence against Shanika Johnson. So on a Lomachenko undercard. So it's a great card to be on. Yeah, really excited. It's been like it'd be 11 months out the rings by the time I get in the ring. So it has been a frustrating year, but yeah, we move on. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a busy year this year.
So you have effectively gone with a promoter that, are you not fighting one of their fighters?
I am, but obviously I'm signed with him as well. So I've actually got a deal with him. It's not just the one fight deal.
Right, right.
I'm also one of his fighters. We're both his fighters.
But I guess, has that happened? That happens with Matchroom, does it not?
Yeah, like Terry Harper and Sandy Ryan are fighting this weekend. Obviously, like I was trying. If Ebanie Bridges wanted the fight, then me and Ebanie Bridges would have fought. Yeah, they try and match people all the time. They want the big fights.
So in terms of like, you've had this you're saying, is it a year, near enough a year out of out of the ring? How has that, the sort of lack of fight opportunities, affected you, sort of your training and your mental preparation?
Yeah, like mentally it was really hard because like you're training for like, you've been told that it could be October, it could be November, so you're half in camp and you're training, and then you might get a little niggle, but you think, I'm boxing in October, I can't not train, so you're training through these niggles, and mentally it is really hard. And I remember being so stressed out and frustrated because all I wanted to do was get in the ring. And these fights just couldn't be made. So yeah, I feel like obviously at my age as well, I've wasted a year out the ring, and I feel like it's a precious year wasted. If I was in my 20s, it wouldn't matter so much, but it's a very precious year. But can't do much about it now. I just got to push on and make sure I win this fight.
Effectively, I'm guessing that is the whole time scale is the thing that led you to, because here's the thing, most people would go, oh my God, Matchroom, she was signed with Matchroom, amazing or whatever. But realistically was the fact that the opportunities were not happening on that platform. I'm guessing that was the kind of nail in the coffin and the thing that led you to make that decision to just completely change. The
only fights they wanted to promote me against, I couldn't get. It was pointless still waiting.
And what about the whole Lee Eaton situation? Because I understand you were really good friends with him, or you are very good friends with him, and then you've kind of split from him. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, it was just like, because I'd been out of the ring for so long, I just think I was just getting frustrated with everything. Nothing was happening. And so when, when things go a bit stale, when nothing was happening, I needed someone to give me that fresh start and get me the opportunities. So I just felt like it was time to make a change.
So now with the Takeover Sports Management, how does it, your situation with them, how is it going to differ from your previous arrangement?
We've got a really good relationship. We had a really good relationship anyway, because he helped me with a lot of stuff anyway. Yeah, he's got a smaller stable, so I think he can spend more time helping each of his boxers. I think Lee obviously had a massive stable. Like, he's got me the deal with Leo DiBello. He's got me this big fight, so I'm just looking forward to getting in the ring again.
Remind me again of the date.
So it's 12th of May. So it's 11th of May American time, 12th of May English time, and Australian time.
Because it's not on BoxRec, is it?
Is it not?
No, I don't think it's on BoxRec. And somebody told me that when it's not on BoxRec, you can attest to this. I don't know whether this is true. That until something is really confirmed,
maybe because it was only announced today, the fight.
Yeah.
So it probably will be once it's announced, it'll go on there. But yeah, I can't wait now.
I'm going to be honest, quite a lot of us are wondering, like, what's happened to Nina Hughes? Because, again, the argument is... well, also, the argument is, Nina, that if... Listen, I try to understand it from both sides of the coin. I understand for business, you've got to sell a fight. And if somebody's, big on social media, even if they're not necessarily the bigger talent... They bring more to the table because, they've got more followers and X, Y, and Z. I get that to a point. My argument would be, okay, if you think Nina Hughes is so, like, washed up or whatever, she's old, or stick her in with these young'uns then.
Actually, I didn't turn down a fight. It got to a point I just wanted to fight anyone, just to fight. And all I wanted to do was, like, because you want to stay, as a boxer, like, activity is key. Like, you want to stay busy. Like, being inactive is probably, like, one of the worst things. And so, yeah, I would literally have boxed anyone, but obviously boxing anyone doesn't sell, so...
Does it satisfy you, though, Nina, that the fact that, yes, I get it's difficult to be inactive at your age, but isn't it satisfying that a lot of these girls, although you're being touted as somebody that, is easy to beat or not a threat, you must be a threat if no one wants to fight you.
Yeah, I suppose when you think of it like that. I was chasing that unification fight. That is a big, like, Shannon Courtney, they wanted that fight. So in England, it's a big fight. I was happy to fight that. But all I've wanted to do was unify. I wanted Ebanie Bridges had that other belt. I wanted to fight Ebanie Bridges and then Dina Forsland for undisputed. Dina's got 2 belts, so I wanted to go into that fight with 2 belts myself. Obviously, now Ebanie Bridges has lost. Yoshida's got the fight. Yoshida is the fight I want. I want who's got the belt. I don't care the person. I want who's got the belt. And so hopefully that's the fight that can be made after. And we've got the same promoter as well now, so it's a lot easier if she keeps the belt.
Do you not think there's a story there in the sense of Yoshida is a mother, you're a mother?
Yeah.
Could they not kind of weave a storyline?
Matchroom have got 1 fight with her win over Ebanie Bridges. They've got a 1-fight deal with her. And obviously I was trying to get that fight, but I don't know. That fight for some reason couldn't be made. That's the fight I've been chasing since she won the fight.
Okay, so explain this to me.
Yeah, it's part of a deal with fighting Ebanie. If she won, she could have 1 fight promoting her afterwards. That it was an option part which they've chose to activate, which they have. So they are promoting Yoshida's next fight.
Do they have control over her opponent then?
Yes.
Effectively?
Yes. So I was trying to offer myself and get that fight, but we didn't get any joy there. Yeah.
But when you hear women say, I can't get a fight, my promoter can't effectively sell me, is it more of a case that in the women's situation, the whole story thing matters more than in the men's game?
No, I think it matters both sense, but obviously there's a bigger pool with men. There's a lot more competition. But yeah, I don't know. It is about selling yourself and making a name for yourself to be able to get the big fights.
One of your old teammates, Jordan Perkins, I mean, obviously you knew him from the amateurs. He turned over as a professional, and then, you know, quite early on in his professional career, he's given up. Is this? Can we speculate that these are the types of things that a lot of boxers experience?
Yeah, definitely. Like he obviously had a lot of highs and he had some lows, and I think I haven't spoken to him personally since he retired, so I don't know his full story. But obviously, I know like at certain levels, people struggle to make money. People still work, so it gets to a point in your life you wonder how long you're going to carry on boxing and not earning money from it. Like, is it something you carry on with to try and achieve your dream, or do you go back to work? And it's one of them. I don't know. I don't know his full reasons, but he obviously had his reasons. And yeah, it's a shame to see him retire, but obviously he's got to do what's best for him.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we were talking about Yoshida and yourself having children. What does it kind of mean to you? Do you kind of gain your strength from having children and having the drive,
Yeah,
to show them? Do you know what I mean?
I want to show them what I have to do. Like sometimes they're like, I don't want to go to the gym tonight. And I'm like, Mummy has to go to the gym. If you want Mummy to win, like I can't not go to the gym because I've got to put the effort in. And I want to show them that hard work is how you achieve things in life. And obviously, yeah, I don't want them to see me lose either. So that drive as well to push me when I'm tired. People don't realise that I'm still working as well part-time. I still work 3 days a week. So trying to fit it all in is really tiring. Some days I just think, oh, I have to go to train again tonight. But yeah, I'll just look at them and they give me that drive.
It really is nice to hear. I don't think anyone really understands how difficult, just mentally, not just physically, mentally, to go and do a full day's work and then have to train a couple of times a day.
It is. When I've got that train home from London, sometimes the last thing I want to do is then go to the gym. You just want to chill in the evening. But yeah.
I'm glad that you're getting an opportunity. I'm really looking forward to you like getting back in the ring, and please God, hopefully that you get those unification fights, Nina, because you deserve it.
Yeah. Thanks. I hope so too. Yeah. Obviously, this is a tough fight. It's a big fight. She's a former world champion. I believe she's my toughest test today. I've got to put everything into it, make sure I come out to win, and then hopefully get the bigger opportunities.
Nina, I appreciate you giving us your time because I know like you're trying to juggle many things. Looking forward to seeing you out in May. Thanks ever so much for giving us your time.